Atletico Madrid 2-1 down going into the 90th minute. They turn it around and win by 3-2. Sid Lowe, of course, saw it all pitch side. Sid, I imagine your post-match chat with Diego Simeone was very different to the one that you were expecting to have at half-time with him.
I'm going to let you into a little secret as well here, Dan. Because you have to get to the area where you do the interviews, you leave the pitch area, the stadium area, a little bit early. So we heard the second goal and heard the third goal, but didn't see either of them inside the stadium. And so, yes, that completely changes the nature of what you think you're going to ask Diego Simeone. Of course, some of those questions are still valid. You still do ask about what's happened this season. Why did it take a result like this to maybe change the way things have been going for you? What did you need to do for this to be possible? But fundamentally, obviously, as you can imagine, the response post-game, and this is not just from Simeone, but from the players as well, was of a kind of an enormous kind of outpouring of emotion, a sense of this being cathartic. It's very noticeable that all of the players came up the tunnel towards where we were post-game with no shirts, because of course they'd come and throw them into the stands. There was a real sense, I think, of a kind of a community and a sense of relief, and maybe a sense that actually perhaps this season won't turn out so bad. Now, obviously, it's virtually impossible they win the league. In fact, let's face it, it's impossible they win the league. But maybe they can finish the season feeling like it's been worthwhile.
What's interesting, Sid, it could have, of course, been so different. 2-0 down. And what was telling, that substitution of Joao Felix and of the collective whistles from around the stadium. And you thought, wow, you know, this could be a really turning point for Simeone, because we talked about how much support he had within the fan base. However, Felix comes on, Atletico Madrid score one, get those two late goals, and it just changes the rhetoric of the whole tie.
Absolutely, it does. And I think it's very, very interesting. One of the things that Diego Simeone said to us after the game, and I think it feeds into that. I don't want to read too much between the lines, but he talked about the changes, and he actually talked in depth about the kind of, if you like, the footballing element to this, not just the emotional element to this, the way that he changed, the reason that Felipe came on, because it gave him the speed to release other players further up the pitch. But he made a comment which I thought was very interesting, and he said, "Tonight I learnt which individuals can do the things that I want from this team, that can have that identity that I want from this team." And it was very interesting because, of course, what he's saying on the one hand is it's all about the collective identity. But on the other hand, he's very definitely saying there are individuals who can do that. And this is why I say I don't want to read between the lines too much, because I don't want to make that about the Joao Felix substitution. But I wonder if that's one of the individuals that he's thinking of.
I have to say, Sid, when you said this is a really stupid question to Yunus Musa, I was hoping you're saying, yes, he was. Yes, it is. Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN FC on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and of course, ESPN FC 7 days a week, subscribe to ESPN+.